Salam all. So I got another question here. How does reduction potential relate to spontaneity? I can do the calculations, but I feel like I'm just assuming I know what I'm talking about. Please help. So when it comes to chemistry or physics, it's really important to focus on definitions. When we say reduction potential, that is describing how likely something is, a substance is, to accept electrons. And so if that substance already has, right, a full octet of electrons, or it has a low electronegativity, then it's going to have a low reduction potential because it's not going to want to take more electrons in. Now, if something doesn't have a lot of electrons and it has room for some more in order to stabilize its charge, well, then it has a high reduction potential. It is more likely to gain electrons than the other substance. So why is it then that when we do the calculations, you mean check and see if the cell potential is positive or negative? And if it's positive, that means the reaction is spontaneous. And if it's negative, that means it's not spontaneous. Well, when the cell potential is spontaneous, what you're basically saying is that those electrons are going from a higher hill to a lower hill. If you think about a ball, when you let it go from a high hill, it'll naturally fall down. It doesn't need energy to be inputted in order for it to travel, right? It'll naturally flow. If you want that ball to go up the hill, you have to throw it upwards, right? Put in some input, some input work, I should say, to make that ball go up the hill. Well, electrons roll the same way. So if I'm taking a substance that has a low reduction potential, it means that the electrons there have high potential energy, that they are more likely to leave that place and go to some place that doesn't have a lot of electrons. And so when the overall potential is positive, the cell potential, you're saying that the electrons are going from the high hill to a low hill without any input energy. Hence, it would be spontaneous. Hope that helps. And we'll make a part 2 to this video because it also involves something called Gibbs free energy.